So you be really careful taking, marital advice from unhappy people, unhappily married people.
Right.
So that's the thing. So make sure that you two talk and really figure out what's important to you individually and the goals that you want to set together.
And you may have some negative Nancy friends about marriage and relationships, but we ain't saying throw them away, but you either need to gain more friends who are positive about marriage or lean more into the friends that you already have that are positive about relationships and marriage.
Yeah, there's power in community. That's why
Absolutely.
we created our community.
We did.
The One Vision Village.
Yes.
Baby, we have a good time. And we love our spouses and we have a good time.
We do.
So we rally around each other. And so if you are not a part of a community, please come join us. Reach out to us so that you can be a part of our community.
We lean on it.
Welcome to today's episode of Relationship Talk with the Geths. I'm ready to get into this. I literally can't wait. But I got to take care of you first and make sure that you're covered for the future. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, do it right quick so we can get started. I don't want you to miss this good that we have coming. So make sure you click the subscribe button now. Okay, great. Now, so if you're a social media person like I am, then the last few years, you've been flooded with pictures of seemingly happy couples doing seemingly delightful things. So, and then what do they have plastered across the post? What these couples have against it? Exactly. Goals. Relationship goals. Where is Bae? Where is my Boaz? Where is my Ruth?
Mm-hmm.
Where is my Bonnie? Where is my Clyde? I just need someone to lay in my lap while I play a game like this. Or I need someone that wants to spoil me and keep a smile on my face. I mean, yes, if you want to be in a relationship, you probably want to be in a blissfully happy one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
But what you can't do is believe that the snapshot of happiness that people post on social media is 100% representative of what they are actually experiencing day to day. So don't slap goals on everything smiling, hugging, kissing, traveling, couple that you see. You can't slap goals on every one of them. So you have no idea what they deal with behind closed doors away from the public eye.
Right.
So for years, think about it. Who did we say represented relationship goals?
Ooh, don't put them out
just
there.
Just think about it now. I ain't
there.
gonna say it right. This quick. I want you to think about it. Who were the celebrity relationship goals, especially in the Black community? Right there, Will and Jada.
Them.
We were all for Will and Jada.
All of us.
And then
all of us.
Some of their truth got exposed, and then they were no longer goals. We actually all of a sudden had a lot of negative things to say.
Oh.
So don't get me wrong. I'm not against setting relationship goals. I am, however, against modeling your relationship after a specific couple and making them goals without understanding the trials and tribulations that they fight against to be who they actually are.
Right.
So setting goals in a relationship can provide direction, growth, and shared aspirations for both partners. We just need to take the necessary steps to set realistic goals together based on the truth and not the fantasy created by social media. So here's a step-by-step guide to setting goals together. So first, you want to reflect on individual and shared values. What's important to you?
Yes.
Start by reflecting on your individual values and what matters most to each of you. Then you identify the values that you share as a couple. So understanding your values, and that'll help you align your goals with what's truly important to both of you. What would you say our values were like? So for a goal, what are our relationship goals now that we're actually together?
I believe we wanted to have what we call a kingdom relationship. We wanted to make sure that our relationship was something that God wanted to use to build something in his kingdom. We meant to have a power marriage, not a power couple, meaning we wanted to be in Jay-Z, Beyonce and Jay-Z. We wanted to be a power couple, in meaning that we influence a lot of people to not only come to Christ, but also be diligent in what they bring into the kingdom. You know, maybe it's to influence young people, maybe it's to teach people how to be financially secure, but it was something. We wanted to be a power couple in the kingdom. Mm-hmm. We also wanted to be great parents. I think we both wanted kids. We wanted to make sure that we raised our children to be learners and followers of Christ. Another goal was, I think we just wanted to be happy.
Have fun, yeah.
We want to be happy. We want to be a fun, loving marriage. We didn't want to take ourselves too serious. I think we wanted to be blissfully happy. We want to laugh every day that we can. We want to enjoy each other's time and company as much as possible. And I think we wanted to strengthen each other. I think we wanted to not only to be individually great, but as we're being individually great, it's because you believe in what I'm doing and help it. I believe in what you're doing and support it.
Okay, I love it. Mm-hmm. So I think, as much as we can look at other people's relationships and say, hey, what I see is goals. Mm-hmm. You can also take a look at relationships that you have insight into and say, those are not goals. Like my goal is to not do X, Y, and Z that they doing.
Right.
So, you can learn from different relationships. I definitely wouldn't take a lot of relationship advice from people that are not happily married. If they're not happy and they're telling you, don't get married, never do it. Like, you should cheat on him. You should cheat on her.
Hide your money, girl.
Hide your money. Right.
Don't never let her know
you
how
can't
much
depend on him.
Don't let her know how much you really make.
Yeah. Just because she can't depend on her dude.
Right.
Don't mean you can't depend on yours.
Correct.
So you be really careful taking, marital advice from unhappy people, unhappily married people.
Right.
So that's the thing. So make sure that you two talk and really figure out what's important to you individually and the goals that you want to set together.
And you may have some negative Nancy friends about marriage and relationships, but we ain't saying throw them away. But you either need to gain more friends who are positive about marriage or lean more into the friends that you already have that are positive about relationships and marriage.
Yeah, there's power in community. That's why
Absolutely.
We created our community.
We did.
The One Vision Village.
Yes.
Baby, we have a good time. We love our spouses and we have a good time.
We do.
So we rally around each other. And so if you are not a part of a community, please come join us. Reach out to us so that you can be a part of our community.
We lean on those. You were just on the phone the other day with one of your veteran couples.
Absolutely.
And she was telling you what she went through. I felt so empowered.
She was speaking life into me and our marriage.
She was. And
helping me through.
Yes. And she's a supporter of us, but
Absolutely.
She also provides a lot of wise counsel.
You got to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Wise counsel who figured out how to be happily married.
Yes.
So you have to have open and honest discussions. So set aside some dedicated time to have some open and honest talk about your relationship goals. So create safe and non-judgmental space where both of you can express your desires, your aspirations, and your concerns. And you have to listen actively and respect each other's perspectives. That's key. Because he might have a goal for us that I don't have vision for yet, but I have to respect the vision that was given to my husband.
True.
And I have to be willing to support that.
Right.
Even if I don't have that vision.
Right. The biggest thing is, especially when it comes to, I would say, finances.
Yeah.
Because somebody's going to come with, we need to invest in this, or we need to put money in that. It could be something as simple, which she had to convince me on, hey, listen, we need to be adamant about tithing. You know what I'm saying? This is what tithing does and da-da-da. You may not fully understand it, but you need to get to know to understand it. That's foundational. I don't think that should be an option, but you should learn as much information you can, talk to pastors or people who do it religiously and how it strengthens not just the finances of your marriage, but just the overall blessings of your marriage.
And that's coming from someone who was a non-tither for quite some years.
Ooh, yeah.
He was like, the church just trying to get your money. I ain't paying out. That's more than my light bill. I'm not paying that. So that's an area where we had to talk and grow.
We had to talk and grow. We had to have a continual conversation about it, and I'm glad you.
For him to be okay, because I'm gonna pay it, but I had to make sure my husband was okay.
Right.
With thus said the Lord.
Right.
Listen actively and respect each other's perspective. Like, identify areas of growth and improvement. So, discuss the areas of your relationship where you feel there's room for growth or improvement. This can be related to communication, intimacy, trust, finances, personal development, or really any other aspect that you want to work on together.
Mm-hmm. This requires you to put your big boy drawers on, your big girl panties on, and discuss your weaknesses.
Yeah.
Where are we weak? Mm-hmm. Where are we weak? Let's attack it. We can talk about our strengths all day. We are funny. We love to have a good time. We love being around each other. Where are we weak? We need to do da-da-da-da-da. I ain't gonna put our weaknesses out there.
I was about to say.
I ain't gonna put them out there. We need to strengthen this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? One of them was trust. I'll put that one out there. We need to learn to trust because we both came from,
It's like, you trust me? And don't.
And don't.
I love you, but no, I don't trust you. As far as I can throw you. If I can.
We had to learn. All right, well, listen. We can't just plan on having a long-lasting marriage and no trust, just being okay with it. So we had to put in the work, and the trust has grown. It ain't all the way there, but it's it's getting there. And it's going to take some weaknesses longer to fix than others. We fixed quite a few weaknesses. Like we said, our communication has really strengthened, but you have to be willing to be vulnerable and open and honest about this is where we love each other. We want to be together. What are our weaknesses? And
the conversations that we had to have around finances, I was always really comfortable talking about finances, and they made him uncomfortable. He was just like, I was like, I'm not saying anything bad. He was like, I don't know, I just get tense when we're talking about money. So that's an area where we had to, really work to create an atmosphere of safety, a place where it's okay for you to be vulnerable here and talking about these finances.
Absolutely.
And so you just have to know your partner and be open and create that atmosphere.
Yes. Now, when you set goals, do you feel like people need to write them down, make them plain?
Absolutely.
Or is it something that needs to be...
That's biblical. Write the vision, make it plain. Right. I would definitely write them down, and we're gonna get to that as well. So next, make your goals specific and measurable. So when setting goals, make them specific and measurable instead of general and, something like improve communication. Like, that's super general. Like, specify what that means to you. What does it mean to improve communication? For example, it could be, to improve our communication, we're going to have a weekly check-in meeting to discuss any issues or concerns. And we will take notes here and talk about those things. So by making goals measurable, you can track progress and stay accountable. So what you think about that?
Agree. I think that's a great way instead of generalizing everything. Instead of generalizing what you want, I think making something more specific gives an idea of what that means. Because the more general you make it, the more vague, or somebody will think they're doing something, but they're not. Well, I talk to you every day. I'm improving communication. No.
Right. And so both people have to be clear on what that actually means.
Correct.
Like, we had to get clear on when we came up with this business to bless people, the question is, what kind of business do you have? Well, we have a business where we help couples. Like, what you mean, help them do what? We help them improve, communication, just communication. Well, communication and intimacy, how Like, what do you do? Like, those are the type of questions, clarifying questions that you have to ask so that you are clear on what it is that you guys are working on.
Right.
And so the clearer, the better.
Yep.
And then make sure you write it out and set some timelines so that you know that you're working towards those things.
Correct.
So you also prioritize and establish the timeline. This is what we're talking about. So after identifying your goals, prioritize them based on their importance and feasibility. So you discuss and agree on a timeline for achieving each goal. Some goals may require immediate attention, while others can be long-term aspirations. So establishing a timeline provides a structure and motivation for working towards your goals.
Right.
So if you say, okay, I think financially, I want to make an extra $5,000.
Right.
So we need $5,000 so that we can get this done at the house.
Right.
Okay, how can we get that done?
Right.
What business avenue are we working through?
What extra things can you pick up?
Yeah, I'm gonna train kids in basketball.
Right.
I'm gonna sell some health tea.
Right.
So I can bless people. You can bless people. We can make this money and we can get this taken care of.
Right.
When is our goal? We need to have this $5,000 by when?
Yep.
Okay, you write it down and you start working. A week into it, revisit it. How much have we made? Are we on track to meet our goal? And you just roll with it like that.
Right.
You might also have a goal. Well, I want to purchase this house or a house just like it. And that might be a 5-year goal. We need, $80,000 down on this house. So we're going to have to save this money. So even though the 5-year plan is a long-term goal, you set short-term goals that will help you achieve the long-term goal. Mm-hmm. Because you'll never get the house in 5 years if you're not doing things in the meantime to help you save the $80,000 that you got to save.
And the smaller breakdown goals help when there's like a setback. Mm-hmm. So when you have smaller breakdown goals, you can be like, ooh, we didn't quite hit it here. Now we can, because you have the smaller goals, you'll know where you can make up for the setback. Because if you just got the long-term goal and you keep having setback after setback, those little goals don't help you, like you don't have them.
You like, ooh, we're supposed to hit 2,500 this week. I didn't get it, so we're going to have to make 3,000 in one of these weeks, just to keep it right there in front of you.
Right.
So so you break goals into actionable steps, and so you break them into smaller steps that you can really focus on, like Ed was saying. And it makes the goals more manageable, I think. Don't you think?
I agree.
It helps you stay focused.
Right.
So you can assign tasks to each partner based on their strengths and interests, and ensure that both people are actively involved in the goal and the achievement process. I can't stress this enough. Like, you really have to operate in your strength. It's not a gender thing. Some people say, well, the man should be doing X, Y, and Z, and the woman should be doing X, Y, and Z. Well, who's good at it?
Right.
Who's good at it?
Who is the person that is better at the job? It don't matter, man, woman, child. Who can get the job
Who can get it done so that we can progress?
Right.
So that's how you have to split this thing up. So if the load is too heavy for one person and somebody else does have to step up, but make sure you're operating in your areas of strength.
If Maya can chop down a tree better than me.
And can't. And she can't.
You ain't chopping down the tree?
And can't chop a tree better than... I wait on the woodchuck.
Not the woodchuck.
I promise. With them 2 front teeth. If we wait on some wood. Anyway. Support and encourage each other. Support and encourage each other. Offer support and encouragement and motivation to each other throughout the goal setting and goal achievement journey.
Right.
Celebrate milestones and all your progress. You're big on that. You're big on it. I'm one of those. I don't want to celebrate nothing till it's done. I want the big thing.
She is. She had to learn to celebrate small.
It's so hard for me. If I got to lose 150 pounds, I'm not celebrating nothing until I lose 152.
10 pounds. Yes.
Yeah, like we need to celebrate 10.
Yes, absolutely. Man, you did work for them 10. I done walked all these miles to get this 10. Let's celebrate.
Yeah, he's better at that. But it is important that you celebrate milestones and your progress, and that you provide reassurance during setbacks and challenges, or those setbacks will cripple you. Like, you will not be able to move forward if you don't support each other and cheer each other on during those setbacks. Somebody got to step up and be like, we okay, we good. You know what I mean?
We got this.
So by working as a team, you can strengthen your bond and increase the likelihood of success. So regularly review and reassess the goals as well, because the goal that you set, 6 months ago, it may not be feasible anymore, and that might not even be what you want anymore. And that's okay.
It's a very good
So
point.
if you have regular check-ins and you review your progress and you assessing your effectiveness, your strategies, you're making any adjustments that you need.
So you said it's okay to move the goal a little bit.
It's okay. Yeah, relationships evolve over time.
Yes.
And so the goals may need to be revised or updated, as your circumstances change.
Absolutely.
So you may have had a goal that, okay, so next year, our goal is to visit 6 countries. So every 2 months, we're going to 6 countries. But then you find out, oh, you got 2 lines on the pregnancy test. That's going to change some things.
That's going to change some things.
Maybe you don't want to visit 6 countries. Your goal might have to change because of the circumstances change. Someone's parent might get sick.
Yes.
And you have to move. You thought y'all was about to move to Vegas.
Yes.
And now you moving to the country to see about somebody's parents. So being flexible and revising and updating your goals as circumstances change.
Right.
Adaptability and open communication are key in this process. So remember, setting goals in a relationship should be a collaborative effort, taking into account like the needs and desires of both of the people. So by setting these clear and meaningful goals, you can foster growth, deepen your connection, and create shared vision for your relationship's future, not some celebrities. So for more information about our coaching services, courses, marriage tools, events, and getaways, head over to onevisionerc.com.
That website again is onevisionerc.com. Go check it out.
Thank you. Have a great day, guys.
Guys, have a good one.